Hello friends, today I am going to talk about a really interesting and very fascinating topic about want to work in USA, learn how. My name is Vidyavrat Agarwal. I am a Microsoft MVP, TOGAF certified architect. I am also certified Scrum Master. I have a bunch of Microsoft certifications. You can reach me on Twitter via @.NET author, or you can also visit my blog at MyPassionFor.NET. I will also be putting this entire recording in the form of an article over there. You can go and search under career section and you should be able to find all these facts documented for your later perusal. First topic I want to talk about is what are the ways to enter into USA. Basically, there are a couple of visas types issues to any foreign national from United States government who wants to go and work in US as a software professional most of the time. Those types are B1 visa, L1A, L1B, and H1B. These four are the mainly issued visa types to most of the foreign nationals across the globe. Now let's talk about first type, which is B1 visa, which is issued by an employer. Your employer has to sponsor it for you. Once you have got this visa, you can go to US and stay there for 6 to 12 months max in one visit. But the visa validity is usually for 10 years. So if United States immigration or embassy or consulate is giving you the visa, they give you it for 10 years, but in one visit you can normally stay anywhere between minimum number of days to maximum 12 months. Now, this visa is not transferable. There is no way you can transfer it to other employer. But if I got it stamped from company A and tomorrow I join company B, that company do not need to transfer it. You can simply travel on the same previously issued visa for the another company. So there is no need to transfer it. Now another visa is L1A visa. It is usually issued to managerial role people who are managers, senior leadership, going to their foreign offices in United States from their homeland and going to work as a manager role in United States. This visa issued for 7 years max, and in one go, if you want, you can live there for some time, go back to your home country, or continue staying there for 7 years. This is not a transferable visa, and your employer has to sponsor it for you. Similarly, it goes for L1B, except L1B is for any other non-managerial type of workforce. It is valid for 5 years and it is also non-transferable visa. Another type is H1B. H1B is a type of visa which either an employer or an employee or an individual can file it by themselves. You can stay for 6 years. Validity of visa is for 6 years and it is transferable, which means if I join company A, they file H1B for me, I leave company A, tomorrow company B can transfer it to themselves and I can continue working for them. So these are some of the visa types. Let's discover more about visa related things and many more aspects of working in US. So before we move on and talk further about visas and other related things, let's talk about skills, that what technical skills or other type of skills are required in general to work in US. My main skill area is Microsoft technology, specifically .NET. So I will be talking more in those areas, but there are some other type of skills which are common for every technology you belong to. So first is technical skill. In general, you need to have a very good understanding of .NET framework architecture overall, C#, MVC, service-oriented architecture, algorithmic and analytical thinking, strong coding, best practices, SQL BI, Particularly SSIS and SSRS experience is preferred. TFS as a source control system, good debugging and analysis skills. SQL Server, database fundamentals, and if you know architectural principles, all these are required in most of the jobs across the globe anyways, but United States also has a lot of job opportunities where these skills are commonly used on board. These days they are also picking a lot of things like AngularJS, Knockout.js, Android phone development and all these kind of things, but based on your job profile and your technical background, you can always brush up or polish your skills in extra areas. But here I'm trying to cover the core fundamental skills which are very helpful and mandate in almost 100% roles in industry on Microsoft.NET area. Other type of skills which are very important are soft skills. You have to have very good communication skills, listening skills, ability to present your ideas on whiteboard. You have to be an amazing team player. You have to have an ability to collaborate with others within and outside the team. These are very critical and important soft skills companies in the United States look for. Cultural skills. This is very important as well because you are a foreign national traveling to United States, which is not your homeland, of course, and when you come here you have a cultural shock. So you should have ability to communicate with local people, understand their accent, the way of their living, and you have to accept that you are far far from your home and do not try to be homesick. Make sure you have ability to live on your own for few months. You will not see anybody whom you can talk to, especially in your native language most of the times. And until you make some friends, you might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's worth at the end, and you would enjoy living with your new friends and in the new country, I hope. Now let's talk about money. This is something everybody is interested in and want to know what are the figures on different visa types and so. But let me tell you this thing that money is not everything. But yes, it is important. So you find your own need and your own inclination towards money and its needs. But let me give you a very detailed insight on different visa types and how much money people can make. First visa type is B1 and B2, or in general people call it B1 visa, which is business visa. In this visa type, usually companies send you to United States to visit a client for some meetings, seminars, conferences, training programs, knowledge transfers. All these type of needs can be fulfilled by B1, B2 visa. When your company or your employer is sending you on this visa, they will give you $40 to $100 per day to cover your expenses, plus they will pay for your hotel accommodation, but your food, your travel, and other expenses are not paid. That's why they pay you $40 to $100 per day depending upon company. Some companies pay even more than $100 per day. Plus, as long as you are continuing to live in United States of America, you will be getting your homeland salary as is. So for example, I am from India. So if I am traveling on this visa, my company will be giving me somewhere $40 to $100 or maybe a little more, and my Indian salary will be coming to my Indian account as is every month, as long as I am in United States. Now, L1 visa travelers are actually US employees. They are not local employees in their home country anymore. The salary range goes anywhere between 55 to 75,000 per annum. Approximate, some companies may give little bit more than 75,000, and you do not get any local salary. Here I'm mentioning India because India is my home country, but whatever country you belong to, you will not get any salary in your local currency in your homeland. H1B visa holders are paid little more than L1 visa holders, and it ranges anywhere between 55,000 to $140,000 per year, and no local country salary because you are US employee, And it's worth mentioning that on an H-1B visa, some people can make even more than $140,000 per year, and it all depends on the profile, your technology you are working with, and there are many other factors. But yes, H-1B is a visa again, which you can transfer from one company to other company. Let's talk about some of the expenses and deductions from your salary. So how it looks like to live in US and what type of deductions happen from your salary every month. So let's talk about expenses first. You have to have some basic needs, your house rent, water, garbage, electricity, phone, internet, grocery, and car, of course, for transportation. So house costs per month rent anywhere between $700 to $1,500. There is expenses for water, garbage, then there is electricity, depending upon the season. In winters, it could cost more. In summers, it costs less. Phone, depending upon how many lines you are getting for unlimited calling within USA, it costs for one line approx $50, for two lines approx $120. Internet cost anywhere $29 to $80 per month based on type of speed you are picking. Grocery, depending upon your family size, your eating habits, the quality of food you are picking from market, it can cost anywhere between $250 to $2,000 per month. Car is a very important um, thing in United States. You need to have one for transportation, to go to grocery stores, and so it can cost anywhere between $50 to $500 per month, depending upon your travel pattern and the type of vehicle you have, to put the gas into it for every month and for normal maintenance. Let's look at some deductions. Deductions are common like any country has, but there are some extra deductions in US. So first type is federal income tax, which is like income tax of your home country. So United States, you have to pay tax. Now, like in India, you can get some rebate on tax for showing a few lakh rupees of investment into some of the government bonds and something similar. In US, there is no such thing as far as I know. Then there is a social security tax deducted every month. There is a health insurance premium, which is optional, but it is recommended that you should have health insurance, because if you fall sick or something goes wrong with you, then doctor's visit is very expensive. A doctor's visit can cost anywhere between $100 to $100,000. So it's better to have health insurance. Dental insurance and vision insurance are optional. I do not recommend that you have to have it, but you can see your pattern. If you have a lot of dental work needs to be taken care of, or you have some eye problems, then go for these insurances as well. Otherwise, health insurance is a mandate for every single person. State tax is another extra type of tax which some of the states observe, like New York, New Jersey, and some other states in United States of America has extra category in tax, which is state tax. 401k is like an investment plan where you contribute some percentage of your basic salary every month, and that amount is also matched by your employer from their side, and then this amount is put up into some investment plans, and it's supposed to grow over the period of years. This is an optional thing. If you want, you can go for it. If you don't want, you can ignore that. But this thing is known as 401k. Now, this slide is going to talk about something very, very interesting, that how someone can apply for H-1B visa by themselves. Why I mentioned H-1B, because that is the only visa which an individual can apply without any employer in India or in any country of yours. So let's say I'm coming from a country and I want to work in US and I don't know anybody in US, then how do I do it? And my employer in my country is not filing any visa for me to go to US, but I want to come. So H-1B is your visa. H-1B is what you are looking for. And The easiest way is to find a company. Many job portals show these type of data and offers these days. Find an employer or a company who can file H-1B for you. Every year, United States government gives 65,000 visa by lottery. They do that lottery in the first week of April. Results are out by the month of July. And if you are selected in that lottery and your documents are genuine and legitimate, they will give you visa and you can travel on October 1st, the latest of that year. So if this is 2015, then on April 1st, people will file H-1B applications. USCIS, the American Immigration Department, will do a lottery on all the collected applications. Whoever is picked and selected, they will grant them visa and they can go to their home countries, United States consulate or embassy, get it stamped and travel on October 1st of that year or later whenever they want. So let's talk a little bit about money, that how much does it cost. So it is a pretty expensive affair, really expensive. It can cost you anywhere between $5,000 to $6,000 approximate. I have known some people, they have paid even $6,500 to get it done. Um, the clue which I want to provide here is that it is tricky because some consultants ask extra money. It doesn't cost that much, but they want extra money from people. So you have option to negotiate. So talk to them, negotiate a little bit. And another clue I want to give you is that if your visa application is not picked, means your name did not come in lottery, then what happens? Immigration department return that money back to people who are not picked in the lottery. So it's kind of a gamble, but what happens in this gamble, even when American government is returning your money, your consultant or your company who is filing visa for you may or may not return that money to you. So if you are talking to somebody or want to talk to someone in future, then keep these points in mind, that ask them that what will you do if my visa is not picked, how much money will you give me back. Just to give you a ballpark figure, American immigration department charges approx $2,800 for the application, and then approx $1,000 are charged by the lawyer who prepares your case and submit it to the immigration department for lottery. So it costs approx $3,800 in general or less, but still employers want to keep like extra $2,000, $1,500 for their own purpose or for their own premium, which is total, useless charge which they ask to candidates. So please be careful and make sure you consider it as a gamble. Many people have never received any money back from most of the companies. Now let's say you got your visa, you travel to US. Do I have job assurance? The short and sweet answer is there is no job assurance in any country. The assurance is your career path, your skills, your perseverance to continue and keep investing in your career. So I have known some people very well and personally who travel to US and have no job, so they are on their own, and it is pretty expensive to live in US. Every day it costs a lot of money. So many times there might not be a job for you, and that may last for months. So for few months you may or may not have jobs at all. So you have to be on your own. If you fall into such situation, then you have to be very careful, and you need to handle that situation very wisely and patiently. Now, what I want to also tell you is that some of the basic expenses are for your living, your medical insurance, your food, your phone calls, and sometimes you need to travel to client site to appear for interviews, etc. So be careful for these expenses, and do not think that there will be a job, but trust your skills, trust your career path, and good luck. Work-life balance. This is something which attracts to many people who wants to work in US. A person like me can see a very clear difference because I worked in my home country for long, then I came to US and worked here for long. In US, in general, work culture is a very polite, very flexible. People work normally 40 hours a week, and in your timesheets you submit 40 hours per week, 8 hours per day. Some companies, sometimes you may need to do, extra work, but that is not required all the time. And many times people are given opportunity to work from home. Um, for some instances, like you have some family needs, some medical emergencies, you need to go to your kids' school for meetings, etc. You can always work from home. I have known some people who have always worked from home, but that was the case because they were remote worker officially. So it's not the case all the time. That means not that you can always sit at home and work from home. It is just an option given to you. So if it is a freedom, make sure that you understand and you handle it with great responsibility. And this freedom is not supposed to be abused. And make sure you understand that it is a privilege and not a right. But if your manager has a good reputation of yours, then they will never say no to you whenever you will ask to work from home. But do not make it a habit. Now, this is something very important I want to talk as well. What if you are not able to go to US? That can happen with anybody, right? So, what I have some suggestions here actually. Um, Personally, if I want to talk about myself, then I never thought of coming to US, and I came at a very later stage in my life, in my career. And what I can tell you is that if you really want to come to US, work on your skills, client relations, and many other things, and be happy. There is nothing which you are missing being in India except the new lifestyle, maybe more money, and totally different work culture and all. But if you will continue to work on your skills, and you will continue to refine and keep looking for opportunities, and if your destiny holds that you have to travel to some foreign country, then I'm sure you will visit a foreign country one day, maybe US, UK, Europe, who knows. So do not be disappointed, because disappointment cause a lot of frustration, and you may stop performing in your current job in your homeland. And job is very important for everyone. And besides that, that also um, deviates your interest to learn new things, to apply new skills, and really get together with people and team and clients, whoever you are dealing with at present. So be happy, do not be disappointed, rather work on something, lay out a plan that how can you go to US, what all you need to do. And that's why I'm laying out this presentation, to help people understand what all they need. Now, what I can tell you is that, let's say I am working for a company and I am keen to go to US, and I believe and trust that I have all the skills that I will excel if I go to United States of America, and I'm not able to go to for whatever reason. Then what do I do? I told you already that there is a visa type H-1B which opens every year. So if this year passes, you can apply next year. And good thing is that there is no age limit. Even if you are 28 years, you are 48 years, that doesn't matter. You can apply at any age. And good thing is that you can apply it by yourself. The only bad thing which I see is that it costs a lot of money. So keep working on your skills, make yourself into an asset and a really hot commodity in your technology field, that if any employer sees your resume and they talk to you, they should feel, oh my God, we cannot charge this person $6,000. We are going to give him offer that we will file your H-1B, or maybe we will charge you half of the money, but we are going to bring you to United States and make you work with us and help you make money, and you help us make money. So, uh, but still you may need to save money, right? So what you do, you make some sacrifices for some time, like do not buy expensive mobile phones, do not eat outside too much, Do not buy extra clothes if you have enough. Do not buy extra shoes, accessories, and whatever you think that money is being wasted. Invest it, save it, and let that money grow in a safer way, that you keep a target for yourself that okay, this is March 2015. This year I don't think I can do it, but within this next year I am going to polish my skills, learn new things, save money, and apply H1B on my own. So I am free bird. I am not relying on my employer. I'm not going to beg to them that I am a skillful person, please file my H1B. I am on my own. I hold the career in my own hands, and I will define my destiny and I will work on it. But again, be careful. Your hard-earned money should not be wasted. Negotiate well to the new person. Talk to them thoroughly. Check on internet how that company is. Have they cheated anybody? All these data can be found on internet these days very easily. You all are smart, and I'm sure you know that. Now, keep looking if you are working with a current employer. Keep looking in your current company if they have a pattern, like people are going to US, people are coming from US. Has anybody traveled from your company, your friend, your colleague, or maybe somebody in your office to US on a long term? If not, then I can tell you one thing, that you are not at right place. You need to change. Let's talk about something, another aspect. Let's say everything worked well. Now you came to US, you got visa, you got a very decent employer, everything is going fine. You came to US. You lived here few years. You never know what destiny and future holds for anybody. Something went wrong and you have to go back home. I know some people very personally, very personally, that they have to travel unexpectedly to their homelands for some family emergencies. It can happen with anyone. So what happens when I return from US to my home country? First of all, in terms of your job and career, this is certainly a boost. I have experienced that personally because I have been into that situation. And besides that, your way of seeing things and applying your skills and knowledge changes a bit. You start thinking differently, and you become more valuable in your industry. And many companies prefer candidates who have lived in US, who have worked with US clients directly and have US experience, because that enables them to win new projects, showcase their team strength to new clients they are trying to acquire projects with, and all these things. So this is really helpful. There is no harm in that. And besides that, you get good package when you go back. So this is the end, and I think you learned quite a bit new things. And I thank you for listening, and good luck.